Hi, welcome back to the table. This is Amy with Notes from Past Amy. I finally have my pens back. I did record when I was packing them up to send them out mid-May for nib work, and I think maybe that video got deleted somehow, so probably won't have that. If I do find it, I'll put it at the end of this one, but they're back. It took 3 months about, and this is a note I put on the case just so that they weren't opened upside down, because I sent my big case and I knew they could fall right out and break and, you know, cause all sorts of problems. So I put that on the front, and then I had a paper explaining, kind of notes to self almost, what each nib was. Bach, Jovo, silver, gold. They're all steel nibs, but one of them is gold colored. And I put a postcard back here for her, and we have notes from her now. My beautiful large pen case, and these are the 3 that got transformed. So what's our paperwork? We've got a little business card here, Gena Salarino, with different ways to contact them. Custom Nib Studio is the business name. You're one of a kind. Your pen should be too. We have a cute cat sticker, 2 kitties, Custom Nib Studio. I'm guessing those are her cats, but I don't know that for sure. Feels like a vinyl sticker. And then on graph paper, almost looks like an index card, but I don't think it is. I'll bet that's a stamp. And it says, "Thank you, Amy, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the nibs. Thank you for the postcard." So as I said, it had a North Pole postcard because, you know, everyone loves the North Pole postcard. So I just put one in there for her. And it seems that she appreciated that. Now, these 3 nibs are all different. These 2 are the most similar. This one's very different, and actually this nib is not staying on this pen. I have gotten a different pen for it to go in. I'll explain that if I remember when we get there. So here is one of the notebooks I use. These notebooks are 5 for $10 right now. At least they were today. I'll be posting this Tuesday because I always post on Tuesdays. It just works for me. And give them a try. They are not bad at all. I really enjoy them. They do have kind of an annoying band that makes a bump back here, so you just take that off. It's no big deal. You can put it right back on whenever you want it, if you want it. But they come in 5 beautiful kind of pastel colors. They're $9.99 right now on Amazon. Like, check them out. I think they're fantastic. This is a medium, and I had it ground to a formal italic. So this is the LeBoeuf nib that comes on this pen. You can see I put some ink in it because I got a drop there on the top. It is a little sharper than the next one we will see on the sides. I don't find it difficult to write with. She did not ship it with ink in it. I put this ink in there. Oh, and I should give it a spin. I put Maleficent in there. I will be doing another ink mixing video on the 3 colors I'm using here with a bonus color because I just think 4 is a nice amount to do at a time, and really no other reason. So here we go. This is Maleficent. I named it. I've named all of these, and these ones are all Disney inspired, so kind of a theme, but accidentally. I did not mean for that to happen. Yes, the ink mixing video will also have a theme. This is with a formal italic. I'm trying to remember how to do the I. I think it goes like that. That probably is not the right M. It's just my standard M, but I haven't made it that far in the alphabet. I've only learned through I. It's a lot of work to learn this new alphabet, and I've almost been working on it for 2 months, so it's okay. It's not a race. I really enjoy it. Formal italic. This is a LeBoeuf. Again, I don't know if that's the correct L. It's just my normal L. Pilgrim. That is the style of this pen. And it's in Midnight Purple, I think. Now, whoops, that wasn't the right D. Oh well. One of the first things I did when I first opened the package was I pulled out my SD to see how similar, how different they were. This is a medium. And the colors are as I kind of expected. This is what appears to be the blueberry that was offered at the same time as this lilac. And the crushed patterns are probably the biggest difference for me. See the larger chunks that are in this SD? So much bigger than these little, more like shavings. They're not that small, but they look so much smaller compared to these chunks that are in the Esterbrook. They make good roommates though, I think. Very nice. This nib will be staying on this pen. Next, you haven't seen this one yet. This was kind of a mistake. I should be able to find the original video and release it on its own, so we're just going to pretend that I'm doing this in the right order, even though I'm not. This is from Crusher 7 Studios. I had it for a week, and then I promptly sent it off. So that is his finial. This is the Velma model that Ginger Peachy Pens just got. And the color is Copper Eclipse. It's by Stormwind Blanks. This is the journaler nib that everyone's been talking about and reviewing and trying to get their hands on and test out and all the things. I sent back for this in May. So it was on my radar too. I just haven't been announcing it. I did mention it in a couple of videos, I think, but you can see it's similar to that last one. This was also a medium nib. I have sparkles in this one too. Anything medium or up, I put sparkles in. And once in a while, the new fine, the celebration fine, not the green fine, because the green fine is finer than the celebration fine. Did you follow any of that? So here we go, a little bit more rounded. This is journaler nib. Now I gotta shake it up again. And I call this color Briar Rose. As I said, these are all Disney-inspired names for the inks. This one definitely, whoa, that's a chubby bee. Definitely feels more rounded. I don't know if that's the correct R for this font. I'm just making it up because I haven't gotten that far. And the nib is a journaler. Oh, I wish I'd have learned J before this video. Okay, we're going to go with this J. Journaler. There we go. So you can see how much more rounded it is. And this one has a little bit of variation. I don't have any trouble writing with this formal italic. None whatsoever. But I guess if you rotate your pen, it doesn't work so well. And maybe you shouldn't make it super duper sharp. I'm not really sure. I've never tried one before. And then here we go, Briar Rose. This is the journaler. You can see it's more rounded. There's really, it feels different. But I wouldn't say there's a lot of line variation. Maybe just a little bit of character. It's nice. I do like it. I like it a lot better than the regular medium that came on this, even though I only used it for a week before I sent it off. But it does feel different, and I like this better. Oops, that was supposed to go in. Bone Crusher 7 Studios. Is there an S on there? 7 Studio. We're going to leave it as an O. I can add an S later. And this is Velma. And she is a Stormwind's Blank in Copper Eclipse. Where am I going to put that? I'm writing way too much. I don't know. It's okay. Copper. Oops, forgot that part. Eclipse. There we go, not shabby. By Storm, whoops, Winds. There. Kind of filled that in. Maybe left a little bit too much space, but I'm still working on spacing and writing that big, in all honesty. What if we just add a little bit of, yeah, make it look quite intentional. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. And as I said, this is Briar Rose, a color I mixed. These are both half and half, one shimmer ink, one standard ink. So they're not like super in your face sparkly, but there is some shimmer to them, and I really like that. Now the one, the next one, I mixed a shimmer ink with another shimmer ink, and so it is like in your face sparkly. Oh, this is such a great size. Now this one feels a little small. This one was made by River City Pen Co. It has one of Carolina Pen Co.'s Athena owl nibs on it. This is the Westwood model. I don't know if it was a slim or if it's a standard or what it is. This is a Coral Creations Bob Dupras material called Amethyst Frost. Here is the nib, and you can see the grind on this one is a very, very different. It's got like a very triangle point there. It's rather chubby here on the side, and it goes down to a nice fine point on the bottom. Same chubby and then fine on the bottom. So yes, it also has ink in it. As I said, a double shimmer, so it's still super sparkly. I call this one Cinderella's Dress. I like it. I like it so much better. It's based on the fact that I got the Colorverse ink called Butterfly Nebula in Hollywood subscription box. Atlas Stationer's July subscription box, and it is super duper light. And so I wanted to alter it, and I did, and I love it. Here we go. Leaving a couple of spaces, we're going to write Cinderella's Dress. Completely different feeling on this one. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, but I figured, hey, you're sending to others, and you don't like this nib. I never liked how this nib wrote. Just send it to. If you really hate it, I'm sure somebody on Reddit would want to buy it, or Instagram, or like, it shouldn't be hard to sell. And so I just went ahead and did all three. So that was a bill. It's my biggest pen bill, I think, ever. Cinderella's Dress. And this is being done with what she calls the journaler. What in the world? I did not connect those very gracefully. Journaler nib, and it began as a broad. The other two were mediums. And this is a lovely, readable, sparkly, maybe you can't see, but sparkly ink. It does write on the reverse. There is a reason. It's got a nice, fine point to it. And it looks like this. I did test this out, and the ink does go through it. It's probably not the happiest because of all that glitter, but it does it. Oops, I forgot I used my old S's. You know, reverse. You can see I'm kind of reverting into my default writing. See that S and that F? Those are my standard letters. So is that V. Ah! Reverse of journaler. This is not a journaler. Why did I write journaler? Did I say this was a journaler? It is not a journaler. Perspective. I don't think the journaler is advertised to write on reverse. Maybe it does. We can try that here in a second. Perspective. There we go. Well, I just ruined that. So it writes it. Nice and fine. Yeah, I have a little bit of shimmer in this part. It's so cute. Am I getting it in the camera? I don't know. I sure hope so. I can't really see what I'm doing. The camera is too far up, and then I've got a holder right in the middle of it, and so it's very difficult to see what I'm doing at any given time. Hopefully you can see this writing for the 3 different nibs: formal, italic on a medium, journal, which is also done on a medium, and then perspective, which is done with a broad or double broad, but I didn't have a double broad, so I sent her my broad. I do have one other broad, but I think it writes more finely, and it's on a small pen, so it's not like one that I wanted to have. It's not one of my small maker pens or anything. It's one of my recommended. If I ever do a beginner recommendation video, this is gonna be on it. This is my Diplomat Magnum in prismatic purple. It always has shimmer in it because it's a broad, and I feel like it's a similar kind of smaller broad, which I adore. It's a little small, like the pen itself is small. Look how tiny that is. It's so tiny, and I think it's a number 5 nib. Even the nib feels small, but it's super duper cute, and I can't bear to get rid of it. And this is just my regular writing. Prismatic purple. I have no idea what color this is. Prismatic. Broad. It's so cute. See, but it's not like a broad. So I adore it. It's such a great writer. It was less than $25, I think, or right around $25. That's my preferred broad. I also have a broad Lamy because it was the only nib size I didn't have when I was ordering the new colors for the year. And so I also have it in a broad because, I mean, why have all the stubs extra fine, and medium when you don't have a broad? I even have the kids one. So I also grabbed this one. We'll put it on here really quickly too because these are my only broads. What did I put in here? I don't know, but I think it's low because I never have trouble with my Lamies. Oh, it's super pale. That's what it is. It's blushing mushroom or something really pale like that. This is petrol, and it is a broad, and I have no idea what this ink is, but it's very pale. So maybe broad isn't as broad as I thought, but is it just me, or does this medium look broader than this perspective, which was done on a broad? I don't know. But this Lamy one is not looking very broad today. Not very broad at all. This seems broader, right? Maybe I should use these more. But these are smaller pens, so they don't fit my hand as well. I think this, oh, I didn't write what it is. This River City pen is the smallest I will be going. It didn't seem like it was going to be that small when I checked the Westwood measurements, but it's none too big. It's none too big. River City pen. And it's the Westwood. I did the wrong D again. With owl nib. I'm tracking this nib. So my pen numbers are actually going to be rearranged when the new pen comes in. And I put a different nib in this body. So many sneak peeks I could show you. Stay tuned if you want to see the ink mixing video for these 3 colors here at the top. I didn't mix these, I don't think. I'm not sure what they are, but I'm pretty sure I didn't mix them. And that will be that. I look forward to using these more. Oh, I love the inks that I mixed, but I know that has nothing to do with it. This one's very smooth and feels quite rounded. This one, it feels fancier to me. Maybe also because of the darker, more formal ink that's in it. Who knows? We'll see how I feel in a month or 2 or whenever I decide to update this. And then this one is really interesting. I'm really glad I went ahead and got it, even though I wrote journaler. It's a perspective. It's a nib that I think only Gena does. and it will tell you on the website what it's based on and all the things. And it will even tell you what the back is supposed to write, or the top. I don't remember extra fine or double extra fine. I don't remember, but it looks like a good extra fine. So that's great. It writes wonderfully. So happy to have these back. So happy to have these back. In my case with the big pockets, because yes, this one has only little pockets. So won't be getting another one of those. Trying to phase these out. Wish I could find another flex nib that worked like the FPR. I'll have to find, I don't know, find a way to put it into a bigger pen, I think, because I really enjoy my FPR stubs. And then my other case only has 2 big and 2 small. So happy to have this one back. So thrilled to be able to use these pens. So glad they're done before winter. All the things. It's wonderful. I will talk to you again later. I could just like go on and on and on, but I'm going to end here, rein it in. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye. Are you still there wondering what the line widths look like in vertical and horizontal strokes? Yeah, me too, and I forgot to do it before the video ended. So here we go. Here is the formal italic. See, yeah, I thought I saw some line variation there. Let's speed this up. I'm supposed to be going into North Pole. I mean, we live in North Pole, but into the city of North Pole, where you have to like pay for water and stuff. City sewage, you know, that kind of thing. City taxes. Oh, these write so well. I'm so happy I went ahead and did this. In some ways I wasn't sure how wise it was, having only been in pens for a little while. See less variation here. Definitely feels rounder. I guess you could argue smoother, but I really like the precision feel of that formal italic. Yeah, I wasn't sure how wise it was, having only been into fountain pens for a few months, but I'm so glad I did it. Let's see, I sent them off in March, got into pens mid-November. So 5 months is all it took. And then here we go. This is from the Cinderella's Dress perspective. And I started it over here. So now your horizontal is wider and your vertical is rather small. Alright, and does it look any different? It should be, yeah. It's just tiny on reverse. I feel like I'm practicing for Hobonichi or something. It's so small. Cute, cute, cute. Alright, that's what they look like. And line strokes. I didn't do anything super duper fancy. Like I said, I gotta go. But if you're wondering, now you know.